I am raw zebra. Or am I? No, I'm not a zebra. Yes. Today I am going to be reading the Harmonican Lore while doing a raw zebra impression. Harmonica is created of molten pandemonium, a mineral that derives from a time before sound, before harmony. There was cacophony, and from cacophony came pandemonium. The planet's molten surface bubbled and froze to its own polymetric rhythm, as the tides of harmonica's scalding surface and flow in sync with its own waveforms. Over time, however, the world will cool into a sheen, a smooth, evenly spaced mineral, a complete blank slate floating in the cosmic nothing. Pandemonium lying on the surface, tempered through years of stirring, became known as harmonium and settled into place surrounding the planet's core, undergoing its own strange transformation and caving into the immense pressure above it. That molten pandemonium shifted into a mutagenic polymorph known as transformite. Poor gods, wanderers from another plane, found themselves taking refuge atop this blank slate and discussed how a world could possibly be formed. One named Nimrod believed in the beauty of natural evolution. The other, named Rossum, believed in the organization of intelligent design. The two split their efforts across the planet, creating a world they could be proud of, and then left through an interdimensional archway to begin another project. In the time since, the world has evolved, and many stories have unfolded with it. Intelligent life once existed atop Harmonica, a great society spanning the entire globe. These people, whose names are lost to history, are simply referred to as the ancestors by modern folk. The ancestors. The ancestors were a single race of sentient creatures that once inhabited Harmonica, created by the two gods in tandem. They grew hubristic and desired complete domination over their homeland. They created vast structures, reflections of their own might, and built machines to do their own bidding. As they prepared to shoot off into the stars and colonize other planets, a mining expedition deep mutagenic core went horribly wrong, and an accident caused a great sickness which wiped out the ancestors. Their infrastructure withered and faded without anyone to care for them. Flora farmlands. One of the regions created by Nimrod holds an entire ecosystem of living flora, best represented by the titanic tibia which called this is their ancestral homeland. The ancestors never quite reached this land before being wiped out, leaving it untouched and able to mature in its own beautiful way. In recent automaton influence has resulted in some plant beings evolving to incorporate mechanical positive form. Web workshop. Some of the last standing remains of the ancestor civilization deep in Rossum's territory. Web workshop has been maintained by machines that learn to sustain and replicate their own kind, aka sexual reproduction. As the harmonicans atop the web workshop sing a long lost time, the final words of a civilization that was crumbling around those who entered them. Boss, turn back, we'll say Web workshop is an echo of a time long forgotten, and its lyrics reflect the cries of its original constructors. This echo was warped when the first bees bats entered through a leftover archway, corrupting the machine to make them abide by its own rhythms. To some, this appears to be a blessing, gifting the machines newfound life and sapience through their inheritance of bees bats. But others claim the machines were already alive, sapient, and the Beals Band did nothing but strip that away. Whatever the case may be, Web Workshop is the way it is due to both influences in tandem, a collaboration between worlds all across time. Mendoza's matter unused. Mendoza, the reanimated corpse of her kind, died with guilt deep in her heart. Once she was just a little girl living in a village full of life, a village deeply in tune with nature, who lived off the land and the earth, digging into its crust for minerals and riches. While her village was deep within a cave, an accident involving pyrotechnics caused a massive cave-in to kill all those she was close with, and she would go on to believe she was to blame for her being there to help. Her only remaining friend, a lone tattered plush, was separated from her during the same accident. Later in her life, motivated by grief and guilt, her power was channeled through an arcane craft known as Mormus, musical necromancy. This magic, while powerful and giving her something of an imperfect immortality, also caused her to lose her mind, and her body rotted around her, transforming her into what would be known as Mendoza. Mendoza, an intermediate time after her resurrection, had an altercation with modern harmonicans that caused her to be decapitated. Damn, that's crazy. Once aspiring to resurrect her village, as her mind grows sourer, she slowly forgot about them. However, her loneliness remained, and she eventually found herself in an isolated alcove teeming with extinct harmonican life. Subjects left to be reanimated. As each new undead harmonican was created, despite the world having moved on without them, their macabre orchestra grew livelier and livelier. And those created their own family after all. And yeah, that was it. Did I do a good impression?